What is a summary? A summary is a shortened version of an article. It includes the author's main idea and the supporting points. You may ask, is writing a summary simple? Well, it has two phases, and as long as you understand those two phases, it is simple. First of all, you need to read the article and be sure that you understand the article. Then, as you try to write what the author's main idea is and the supporting ideas, you want to be sure that you don't put your own opinion or your own reaction. You should only have what the writer intended to indicate to you, the reader. Why do we write summaries? Well, because we often include them in certain types of writing assignments. For instance, when you write a response essay, usually the second paragraph is a summary of the article that the writing prompt is based on. Also, when you're writing a research paper, you want to support your points by using articles from experts. What have experts said? And you will summarize their article, or at least the parts of it that support your point. Later on, when you leave university, you'll still need to know how to summarize. Oftentimes, you have to do reports that will include summaries. What are the qualities or aspects or characteristics of a summary? What characteristics or qualities do all summaries share? Well, first of all, they're shorter than the original article. And the summary will let us know what the title of the article is and who the author is if the author is known. Also, you use your own words to express what you understand the meaning of the article to be. Okay, you don't quote the author, you use your own words. Furthermore, you start with an overall summary sentence. A lot of times we refer to that as the topic sentence, the one that tells what the whole paragraph is about. But here you're going to tell the thesis, the central idea of the article. You're also going to include the author's name and the title of the article. Next, you're going to content yourself with just doing the main ideas of the article. You're not going to have details, statistics, or examples. You will also follow the order of ideas of an article. For instance, if in the thesis sentence you mentioned that empty calories are contained in junk food and that can lead to, and you list the 3 different results. It could be overweight, malnutrition, and diabetes. Then that is the order that you list your main points. Finally, and most importantly, a summary does not include your opinions. Once I have pretty well determined what I think is the central idea of the writing piece and probably the main points, I'm going to construct an outline just so that once I have it on paper, I can go back and compare it to the original article to make sure that I have not changed the author's intent or what the author meant to say, and that I have listed my main points in the order that they are discussed in the article. So here's what I have. I have my central idea, the thesis, and the introduction. Eating junk food leads to obesity, malnutrition, and very often diabetes mellitus. Then notice I have three main points that it could lead to obesity, malnutrition, and diabetes mellitus. You will notice that I do not have minor details. I have major supports for two of my main points, but they are not statistics or examples. Okay. I now go back and I compare this outline to what is in the article to make sure I have not changed what the author was really saying. I've entered my own opinions into this. The student has attempted to summarize junk food junkies, and it took her 3 attempts before she got it right. If you look at this first attempt, you will notice it's not a summary. It's plagiarism. The bolded words are exactly what was in the article. The other problem was the first sentence, which is supposed to tell us the central idea of the article, does not let us know the name of the article, the title of the article, or who the author is. Here is the student's second attempt. Now it's better because you will notice that in her first sentence, the topic sentence, it does have the name of the article, Junk Food Junkies, and the name of the author, Les Broad, and it tells what the central idea is. According to Les Broad in Junk Food Junkies, people consuming empty calories face 3 major health risks. Okay, but one of the problems is if you will look at the underlying sentence here, well, sentences, they include details, and we're not supposed to include details. Another problem is that we are to summarize in the order that main points were listed in the article, and it went overweight or obesity, malnutrition, and diabetes mellitus. Here, it has changed the order, okay? This author discussed malnutrition before talking about diabetes mellitus. In her final attempt, the student has done a pretty good job. You'll notice that the topic sentence includes the title of the article, the name of the author, and the central idea of the article, including what the 3 main points are. Okay, 3 major health risks. This time, she lists each one or discusses each one in the order that these risks were presented in the actual article. She's also used her own writing style and her own words. So a much better summary. Notice it's just 1 paragraph.